Welcome to Bibenda Studio. Today on the Producers Academy, we're going to be talking about the power of Looper. A lot of you might have been seeing that particular logo that seems like something is really like this, on your MPC Akai, the Akai MPC, either you're using the Live or the Touch or the Live 2, whatever. Mine is a Live 2, right? A lot of people don't usually get to know exactly, take a deep dive into that Looper to find out what exactly can it do or what is it used for. So here we're going to be talking about the power of Looper and how you can take advantage of that power and use it to move your production to the next level. So let's go. There are a lot of things that will actually make your work a lot easier as a producer, and some of them will actually increase or improve your creativity. One of them is the Looper. It's just there basically to increase your creativity, to enhance your creativity, to work your creative mind. So our last project, we talked about how you can actually use your XY on a program to make sure you get an effect output that you can actually write onto your project. The thing is, if you are working on your XY and it's on your project, I already have writing freestyle one here, one of the projects I'm currently working on. If you actually have your XY loaded on this project, it will be on program. But if you really want to, let's say you are looking at how can I add this effect to my entire project, like the old project, the output, and then be able to remix that output. Can I record my outputs? Yes, you can. If you are doing like a live automation on any of your project and you want to record that entire process and still make use of it again, like you want to, you can even still resample that particular project. That is where Looper comes in. This is how it works. I go to my menu, I come here, go to my main program, and then I come to my XY. I can set this to my output 1.2, right? And then I load the XY on it, which means now as the music is playing, the effect, this XY is going to be affecting the entire output of the project, like be it like all the samples and the pads and every programs I have on the song. This XY will be affecting everything because it's on the output. But if I write it, it's not going to be written to anywhere. It's not going to work. Let's even try that out. So let me play. Yeah. I've just done something. So let's see if it works when we come back. As you can see, it's not effective. It's not recorded. Even though this write is on. So that's basically what happened. Even though the write is on, it's not writing anything because it's on outputs. It needs a place to send these outputs to, and that is where your Looper comes into play. Let me take this back. So all I need to do is come back to my menu, go to Looper. Now here we have this input 1.2. But then that is where what we need is coming from, right? So all we need to do is change this from input to resample left and right. So that means now I can actually record and play and work around any automation and it to be recorded. And once it's recorded, I can make use of it. I can also, it will record it as a sample, and I can now add that sample to my project and chop it and do anything I want to do with it. So that's the power of Reloop. So you've completed your work, and you know what? I can actually maybe like change the tune. I can still resample. I can edit this thing. I can make it. I can chop it up. Even my entire project, I can still do that and make something else out of it. That's the power of the Looper. So let's go. Again, I said if you come to your menu, you go to Looper. You need to change your input to resample on the left and right, and then press your record. As you can see, while that is there, and before you do that, always ensure, because I think yours might just be on one bar. For you to have something more to play around with, you might choose to increase the bar maybe to 16 or 8, so that you can do some series of more automation, and then you can make use of it. So all I need to do is, while it is here, I can choose to play my song from the start. As you can see, it's recording. So if I now come to my main and I come here, It's already recording, don't worry. So I come back to menu, looper. There's this more space for me, but let me just let me just stop it. So now with what I have here, I can choose to actually play if I want to hear what is there, but then what I have now, I can just export it. It will tell me that this is a new loop sample, right? And then I will choose maybe like an empty slot to put it. I can just select here and then I'll say keep. Now that new loop sample, if I come back to my menu and I go to sample edit, this is the new looper sample. As you can see, if I play it now, let me play for you. Every rubbish I did, let me just say it's rubbish because I didn't put it on. You can see. Whoa, that's actually not rubbish. I can make use of that. So all I need to do is ensure, as you can see, this is already like a sample on its own, and I can just chop it up. I can chop it up and then system region. Let me reduce the region. Let me make it 8. So I'm sure you get the drift. Basically what we're trying to do is I can easily now I can tear it into pieces, smaller bits and pieces, and I can make use of any part of it as I deem fit. I can rearrange. I can now, basically this is left, the fourth one. Let me try something here. I'm hearing something I think I like here. So you have a lot you can do with it. A lot you can do with it. So that's basically it. There you have it. The power of this particular guy, Looper. It can actually help you in many ways, more than you can count. So learn to be creative. Once you've done something already good on your project and all that, you can easily use your XY effects to still do more on it. Go to your setup, select any of these presets and work on your output 1 and 2, and then send it straight to your looper and convert it into a sample in its own. Use your sample edit to bring the life out of it, and you'll be glad you did, because it can actually give you like a different thing entirely. It can give you a different project. It can turn your work into something great entirely. And then from there, you realize that you can actually, this is basically how you too can become your own. You can make your own samples directly instead of running up and down looking for samples. Do something, then come back here, resample it yourself, that's loop it, and then make good use of it. So basically, that's how it works. As you can see, Looper is awesome. Super awesome. Looper is super. So anyway, let me know what your take is on what you've been able to do with the Looper, and you can drop your comments down below. Let's get to hear from you. Don't forget to also like, share, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.